Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Dungeons We Explore.
Long-awaited
It
return.
took way too long to get here. However, the stars have aligned and the planets have allowed us to meet once more to continue our little story.
Can I see us? Wait, are you recording us in the video form too?
Now,
Please?
it's the same as
Audio only.
it's the same as the last video, to where it's just like a still image because it's supposed to be a podcast thing.
Did you record us?
I could, but I'd have to make a whole new like scene type thing for it, and then I'd have to somehow overlay my my avatar over my camera, since I don't want to plaster my face on YouTube,
I mean,
even though it was there before.
There we go.
God, it's Chicken Little. Holy shit.
Hey, look, shut the fuck up. Alright.
It took me a minute because I don't think I've ever actually seen Logan. I think this is the first time I've ever seen his face.
Yes. Same
First time
here.
I ever saw you, Ryan, so this is new for everyone. At least new for me, at least.
All I can say, your face looks exactly like how your voice sounds.
Also, I hate that you look like a fucking politician. Does he?
It's like if Bo Burnham went into politics.
It's
D&D,
it's
but we
like
had to turn on our D&D podcast.
it's giving class president Bo Burnham.
I'm
take
so
it.
glad
I'll
you have the
take it.
same thought process, Brian.
Well, oh. You want?
I think the Bo Burnham is mostly because of the overly blue lighting.
I don't know what's the deal with that. I think it's just lighting in general.
Yeah, I
I don't know what the...
I'm overly blue because I forgot to switch my main light to a warmer tone, and my computer's blue. So anyway, we should actually start D&Ding.
Yay.
You should record us.
Yeah.
Turn on your camera.
I don't want to go through making that scene right now. It'll be up for the third episode.
Yeah, that would, honest to God, take another 2 hours.
I don't
and I do
think
not want to
he
do
wants
that.
to take 30 minutes to fucking make a scene. When we could do D&D right now.
Yeah, it wouldn't take 30 minutes because I don't want to show all of Discord. I'd have to like crop it so that it was only showing the cameras, but then I'd also have to overlay another scene that blended in with the black that's around the actual camera of me, and then overlay a on black background version of my avatar that's actively tracking me. So that's a lot of work that I don't want to do right now.
Do that at a
Anyway.
later time, you know?
Yeah, that's, like I said earlier, that's third episode shit right there. Anyway.
As long as we can make it happen, I'm in.
Yeah, I'll have it happen for third episode. Wait for people visually watching this in the future will actually have something to look at other than a open blank door. Anyway, to start this off, you guys are finally gonna see the position that I take when I storytell.
It's taking time, guys.
What's a Google Doc?
Right.
Reads what's on Google Doc.
I don't have a script for this one.
That's even more fun.
This is supposed to be an unscripted episode.
Yeah,
Thank you for the no way there, Dylan.
Logan's room looks like a chemical lab right now.
It's not my room. That's the fun part.
Yeah,
Oh,
it looks
It's
like an
like-
old grandmother's house.
Is that the basement that you play games in?
It is actually. It is the basement. I'm a bit too tall for this, since I can literally just touch the wall.
Yeah, comment on the room. The basement is built like very
baby.
old 70s double wides.
Is the baby in the basement? Let's go find out.
Do you still
Okay.
play by a projector?
No, I don't have. No, there's a TV right there, Andre.
I didn't fucking know.
Literally,
We were using TVs
Okay,
earlier.
so okay,
Alright, I'm ready.
getting this back on rails here.
yeah. So back on rails. Let's go.
Okay,
We
so,
are railing each other again. Let's
Right
go.
now?
so after you guys return, there.
After you guys
Thank you
return,
for
Logan
my
immediately watched it.
Yeah, my brain just like died there for a second. Holy shit.
it's
Okay.
been happening a lot lately.
After you guys return, you're ordered to stay in your rooms for 3 days before being called back to the office. The commander's office. When you get there, though, the office is eerily empty. You can almost get a sense of something's wrong. It's really just giving you guys liminal vibes. And then you hear the door open. The door doesn't open. The second you turn to look at it, everything in the room disappears. Now in a black void. What do you do?
Well, shit. Fuck. Hmm.
Well, shit and fuck. That's what we do, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, any takers on this one?
You could try calling out. See if there's
Hey, what's
something
out
else in
there?
this black void.
Is it so black that I can't see it with my super cool dark vision?
Yes, there's physically nothing around you.
You
Oh
are
my
blind.
god, I'm terrified.
There doesn't even seem to be a floor underneath your feet, despite the fact that you can feel that it's there. So does one of you want to perhaps call out to the void? See if anything answers?
I'll call out. I'll say if there's anyone else inside where we are at right now.
In the void, you hear. Travelers! God damn it, Adam! Just as I'm trying to get into this voice, just Freddy Fazbear.
No way.
That reminds me of a different D&D podcast I've seen clips of on YouTube Shorts. Of a fucking clown character in there. I'm trying to remember his name.
Not Klutzo.
Let's see.
That's one of the other ones. I know what you're talking about. But anyway, from the void you hear. Travelers, welcome to my game. I hope you do stay for a while and play.
Logan's traumatized.
Can I roll to tell Jigsaw to shut the fuck up?
Sure, go right ahead.
Roll to see.
I don't know what you're rolling for, since it's dialogue, but I don't
Can I
know.
roll
Roll
to
for
speak,
Roll for
intimidation.
or something like that. Roll for
I
intimidation.
failed to tell get Jinx on it. Shut the fuck up.
Roll what?
Fuck, shut me up,
Great.
Jigsaw.
Just roll. I want to see what you get for this. Since you're running the roll for dialogue.
I
Got a what?
got a
A 4?
4. 4.
The second
That's why
you
I said
attempt to
fuck, shut me
speak,
up,
a rubber
Jigsaw.
ducky appears in your mouth.
Fucking bitch.
No, travelers. No profanity in my games. Would any of you like to say a few words before the first game starts?
I say 2 words.
What kind of game are we playing? What kind of game are we playing?
That's
not too
for
weird.
you to find out. It'll become more apparent once the game starts.
Can I say 2 words?
Go ahead,
No,
traveler.
you gotta roll.
2 words.
Very funny, traveler. However, you may not be the trickster god here.
Loki.
The second he
Is he the
says
god?
trickster god here, he snaps his fingers. And all of a sudden, you're looking at a giant gray castle wall. On top of it is this man in an odd helmet you don't fully recognize, with a real twirly mustache and gauntlets hanging over the top brick. He yells down to you. Who goes there?
Jesus Christ.
Yo, what's good? It's Andy Rogenes.
Sorry, my
My
phone's
name's
dropping itself.
Cello.
Hearing your
The
names, hearing your names, the odd man calls back down. And what might your business here be?
We were sent here by a
Drink.
trickster god.
Drinks.
We have no drinks here, and what do you speak of a trickster god?
We walked into a room, and then there was no room in the room, and now this is the room inside of the room. I don't understand what is happening.
Go Slim Shady.
Also, there was like some kind of clown guy talking to us, and he said he was a trickster god. So yeah,
I not know of any tricksters or anything like that. You're the only ones that have come to this keep for quite a while. Now, I must ask you, are you the ones that were sent here to see the king?
Sure.
what king? Who is the king?
Who is the king? Why,
Just said
I spit in your general direction. What? Tuh! How dare you? How dare you speak of our king in such an unpleasant manner? Instead of just spitting in your direction, I am so appalled by this that I shall fart in your general direction too.
Damn.
He then disappears over the wall.
We didn't even get to learn about the game.
Bro, I don't know who the king is. Okay, I'm
And
sorry.
you decided to ask a weird fucking person what the king is without even just going along with it.
Brother, I was
I don't
sent here
know.
by a fucking trickster god, okay? I'm not falling for these games, alright? It's just You know, I'm like EA Sports, okay? I'm in the game, but I don't want to be in the game, so I'm going to make it very poor quality for everyone else.
You're lagging.
What is EA Sports? What are you on about? What's EA Sports?
What the fuck EA Sports is either? Hey, Jesus
Jesus
Christ!
needs to
Well,
get
what is
with the
EA
EA?
times.
Sports?
What is EA Sports? Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Said
Can you
Jesus.
elaborate? What is EA? What's this?
You know, EA Sports, it's in the game. That's what they say. You know, EA Sports, it's in the game. I don't know.
Well, if it's in the game, I don't know. Can't really. Yeah, it's in the
The
game.
man
Can we
pops his
continue?
head back over the wall and he yells down to you. You imbeciles are still here?
Yeah,
Why,
man.
I bet your mother was a small rodent, and your father smelled of juniper berries.
No.
I understood that reference.
I did too. Mainly because he uses it all the time.
You know what?
Would you
I bet
perhaps
your
like?
mother was a small insect, and your father smelled of dingleberries.
Would you like to perhaps state the reference?
Huh? What'd you say?
If you've
know
understood
what
the
he said.
reference, would you perhaps like to state it?
Why would I want to state it?
I don't know. For the people in the recording.
Why me?
I
Because
wasn't
you said
just
you
speaking
understood
to
it.
you, I was speaking to everybody.
It was a general question.
I did not understand the reference. I'm not even gonna lie.
Your mother was a hamster. Your father smelled of other berries. It was that reference.
The second you say that, there's a snap. And the scene fades back away.
Oh, wait.
One of you has understood one of my jokes. You are close, but you did not yet guess the point of the game. I'll give you another one, and we'll see if you can get the reference again. Maybe you can guess what I'm looking for. He snaps again, and the scene turns to one of a chasm with a rope bridge that is shoddily made across it. Standing in front of you is one man guarding the bridge. What do you
Hey,
do?
yo, what's up?
For those of you that would wish to cross the bridge, you must answer one of my questions 3.
Okay.
For the first one that spoke up,
Yes,
What?
Me. Hi.
is your favorite color?
Ooh. Can I have a different question?
No.
But you said you can't. Okay. Um. Huh. Um. Blue.
You may pass. He steps to the
Oh,
side,
all right.
allowing only you through.
I walk across the chasm. The bridge of the chasm. I mean.
Would you like to make fuck, I'm forgetting the stat name. Holy shit. This is why I need to buy a DM screen,
Athletic?
goddammit. An athletics check.
Athletic.
Thank you.
$19. Yeah.
That is 19.
Yeah.
I think you would add.
Yeah.
But you have to go to a different tab. It's if you hit on the top there, and then you go to your proficiencies. Or I
Sorry,
think-
phone's low.
I don't.
It's not proficient.
No, it's not proficiencies. Go back into that tab.
I could just say,
I really should download the Jeopardy music. I've been meaning to do that. I've just forgotten.
Do, 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 do,
19.
do, 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 do.
All right, you make it across
Yeah, his
perfectly
phone
safe.
is fucking up.
All right, next. The old man
I would like
standing in front of it says,
to answer a question.
"All right, what your favorite color?"
That is a very good question. I would like to say brown.
You
Wow.
may pass, he says, letting you through.
Do it again.
You also like to make an athletics check?
If he asks you,
Alright,
to
why
listen,
not? Or not roll crap, but 19.
Hey, you
Nice.
also make it across perfectly safe.
Yo, Jesus, my man!
Anyways,
The old man says,
Wow, not gonna.
"Next!"
I puff up my chest. I'll take next.
Ba-ba-da.
Wow.
All right, young lad. Now, what is the average flight path of an Arabian swallow carrying a coconut over migration season? And how fast is it traveling?
We learned this in high school.
I understood that one.
Is that your final
I
answer?
was a fucking scholar. I don't know any of this shit.
Purple.
It's purple, your final answer.
My final answer is purple.
You may not pass. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I now have to kill you.
No.
Oh,
He moves to
Well,
stab, but before his sword fully connects, the scene fades away again back to darkness. You played the game, yet you still do not see the possibility. There is still something you have not tried.
My phone's dying, so.
Okay. Maybe with this third attempt, you can get the true goal of the game. The scene fades in to what seems like the back of a stable. Only the stable seems to be on wheels.
Oh.
It's still pretty dark in this stable. But from the darkness, you hear an odd voice that almost sounds like it's coming from an animal.
Mom?
From the back, you hear, I am Gallop.
Gallop.
I am Speed. The doors to the
Good
stable
job.
open, and the horse bolts through. This horse is an unnatural color of red as it bolts out and gets into a line with a whole bunch of horses that seem to be at a giant horse track of some sort. There are stands of horses of all sizes, even some centaurs around the middle of the pit. They all seem to be ready for a horse race.
Do we get to pick a horse?
I don't think you should pick the horse.
You do not get to gamble. Not yet.
No Gamba?
Can't gamble on number 95.
We're not at the gambling stream yet. That has to be at least episode 4.
God
Hey,
damn it. That's like
you
3
was
years
there.
away.
I know.
As
That's
more
how I'll
of
be
this
done with college.
as more of the scene starts to show itself as the stable melts away, you see the horses racing around this track, and the fan horses all around are cheering loudly for them as their thunderous gallops fill the air with almost a deafening sound. These horses seem to be going a whole lot faster than any horse you have ever seen before. And they're all odd colors, seemingly painted with names of what almost look like some kinds of markets and different industries.
May
What
I
would you
ask
guys
the
like-
trickster god why we are in a horse version of Pixar's Cars?
You've finally done it, travelers! You've won the game! And to you that have guessed this, I will bestow upon you a gift. And for the one that first guessed the hint to the solution of the game, I shall also permit a gift. Dylan's character, I don't have the characters pulled up right now. Name? Sorry about that. Dylan's character, he hands what seems to be an egg. It's got a way harder shell than anything you've ever felt before, and it's almost freezing touch. And to Jesus, he simply places his hand on Jesus's forehead, and all of a sudden, Jesus is no longer looking at you guys. He's looking at what seems to be a giant window into another world. On it, 3 vaguely familiar looking people in tinier windows to other universes. They all seem to be from the same universe. One is wearing glasses, a little rougher around the edges, pulled back hair, and a purple shirt. The middle one seems to be narrating everything he's seeing. Got longer hair, a black t-shirt. He also needs to shave. And the third face he sees, with ginger.
Damn it, I'm mad my camera's not working.
Below it, he sees what seems to be a drawn depiction of a monster. And there is one broken camera of, window into another universe of a man that almost looks like an Amish.
Fuck off.
You do. You honestly do.
Along with this, Jesus suddenly hit with the knowledge of our universe,
Ugh.
Jesus can now break the fourth wall for comedic effect.
Oh,
And
shit.
and once per long rest, he is able to ask the trickster god for either assistance, a hint on a puzzle, or straight from the dungeon master himself, the solution to a complex scenario. However, you
Use
may
it
use
wisely.
that. Yes, like Adam says there, use it wisely. But if it's for comedic effect, you can do it all you want. Anyway,
What if we have to find another door?
the trickster god goes over to Dylan's character that I still can't remember the name of. But instead of placing it,
Androgynous.
yes, Andy Rogenus. Thank you. I don't know how I forgot that one. He instead of placing his whole hand on your forehead, he lightly touches it. You can also break the fourth wall for comedic effect. However, you cannot ask the trickster god for anything, or the DM for hints.
Do I get anything for getting one of the puzzles right?
That was like a part of the game.
Damn.
If you want, I'll fully explain this game to you if you guys wanted.
Did you turn it on? Thank you.
Sorry, I was gonna hold the power and volume down button to force it.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
So-
I've been kind of haven't been paying attention. My phone has been fucking up.
God, dude.
There we go.
It's just
This is a way more lighthearted session, and with how late in the day it is that we're doing this, this is going to be a shorter session than our like hour and 30 minutes. So,
Is that it? Is this your question? Are we done?
no, there's still a little bit.
Okay, I was gonna be all right, bye, Dylan. You need to bring your
No, no, I'm not gonna end it like that.
Look at this.
However, I will, because there was that slight confusion from Andre about what the purpose and slash rules of the game were. The game was simply fourth wall breaks where you would go through. I had like 4 or 5 movies planned, and you got it in 3. Where I was gonna make D&D versions of these. We started with the Holy Grail, which I took 2 of from, but you didn't name the Holy Grail. So you were forced to go on to more of the scenarios. And then Dylan did it. He named cars in character or out of character. Either would have worked. The second one was it was Holy Grail again. It was a different scene in Holy Grail. I just gonna break character here, at completely from explaining the games. I was 100% gonna have the next one be Jesus in Life of Brian, where they were all like, "He's the prophet," but it's funny because he would have actually have been the prophet.
I would have loved that.
What were your other ones?
Let's see. I had Holy Grail, Cars, Life of Brian. I think I was gonna do Fight Club for one of them, and I can't remember the 5th one now. I was just going through my through like the first 5
Well,
movies that came to mind when I was trying to think of this while working. And to keep this as random as possible and as unscripted and chaotic as a trickster god would, I purposely wrote very wrote very little of this down. Like that's why I came into this. No script. Anyway, to get the resolution of this shorter episode down, you're once again met
you know who that.
in the office of the commander. The commander still doesn't walk in, but the back of all of your minds, you feel like you were told about your next mission. The entire time you were talking to the trickster, he had split your minds in two, where you were not only still talking to the commander, giving her the debrief of everything that went down last session, but you were also playing the trickster god, and you have gained his favor. Like I said, the trickster god's favor allows you to break the fourth wall. And in Jesus's case, since he was, like I said before, since he was the first one to start catching on, he got the extra boon of being able to ask a question for long rest. However, in Androgenous's hand, the egg that they were holding now seems to have merged with them. Their hand seemingly starts looking like there's a black ooze melted into it. And then it
Can
disappears.
I roll to cut it off?
No.
Ah.
As I said before, this is harder than anything you have that Androgenous has ever felt before. Harder than any kind of
Oh,
steel.
really?
No. I don't know if Androgenous has ever held one of those before, but no, Andre. I don't know your character's backstories as much. We haven't gone over that yet. You guys haven't had a campfire bonding session yet.
Yeah.
Trust me, you've had.
Nice.
Okay.
Jesus
Christ.
oh,
So,
Christ. You can't,
getting
you
this
can't use
back.
your own name in vain. You
Getting
can't
this
use your own
back.
fucking name in vain.
Goddamn, guys. Getting this back on track. As you regain your consciousnesses fully, you remember what your doppelganger, what your split mind went through, and it merges your minds back together. You were given a briefing. There has been a second attack on a town. This time, it's in a different province that hasn't been heard from in quite a while. It's from the more human of the realms. The town is described to you as a rugged, lawless land with crudely built wooden buildings, dusty atmosphere, and an obsession over an ore that could change the lives of anyone who even found as much of a speck. Name of the town? Dylan, you just completely derailed my train of thought by sending me a message. God damn it. The name of the town is Old Town. All one word. They were not very. They have
Brain simple?
weird. They have weird magic here. Instead of magic coming out of their hands or a staff, they have weird metal pointed things that they hold in their hand, and when they squeeze it, projectile flies out of it.
You're telling me I can get
Magic blaster.
Wait a minute, you're telling me that this whole time I've been squeezing my rod, it's been magic coming out?
It's
No.
metallic?
Oh, okay.
Hey, you're close then.
Man's
Are
got
you
a metal
fucking
dick!
cyborg?
No, I.
Brian, turn your camera off and then back on. You're frozen for us.
No, he's not.
No.
He's not frozen for me.
No, he's not. Oh, no, he wasn't.
There you go.
It was you guys.
For me and Dylan.
You guys have
Okay.
bad internet.
I'm
So,
on mobile data.
Skill issue.
Wait, you're telling me I didn't get a fucking 6-shooter?
possibly.
Double
But
barrel?
yes.
Want
You
it?
will. Next session, you will be traveling to Old Town. It is an Old West area. Further to the north, they have problems from the more advanced society, more militaristic style, and they absolutely despise the way of their magic. Their magic is like the old Western magic, except it fires a lot faster with a lot more powerful blasts. In other words, to break the fourth wall here, this place is split, at least in this area of the I need to bring up my notes. What the fuck did I call this place? I know. Whatever. The more human region. The north is what we would call modern warfare. Below it is Western warfare. Yes, I did indeed say COD type stuff because how else am I supposed to say?
that game.
They're using fucking modern weapons. So they've got like they have modern guns. The other ones are like, we don't like their guns. They're too powerful. They are no longer chivalrous, I guess is a word for it would be. They're no longer liked by the Western world because they feel like all of the skill was left when the mag size started getting above 8. So they have been split, and because of this split, it has become a perfect breeding ground for the dark enemies that you fought last time. In between those two on their border, a large cavern has been ripped into the land. Out from within are pouring out scouts that look different from the ones that you fought before. This time, they're more insect-like. They seem to be consuming everything in their path and adapting. They are rapidly adapting to these weapons that they are consuming. from the closer to the border modern weapon. These guns have started feeding these bugs, and the bugs have integrated the ideas, the mechanics, and the engineering of it. They have gained strong armor and rapid fire acid like blasts. You have been tasked not with fully defeating the enemy. That is to a special division that has been pulled into by all of the nations to fight this new threat. You may get a glance at this new weapon that they have developed. But for you, your job is to find one of the modern town's leader, daughter of the western village's town, like their mayor. They both went missing when the bugs attacked. They had been known to meet at the border to talk about diplomatic trade between them. For the Western world has a lot of this mysterious ore that is like a more magical version of like a golden mythril of sorts. It's used for the casings of their bullets, all the way to their electronics, and used as armor. Durable, very reusable, and heals itself.
Did we get that? What do you think?
It's going to cost a
No.
shit ton. Because if you remember, even a speck of this stuff is enough to change someone's life for good. This stuff is so expensive. The rich have bought up every mine of this, where the only way a commoner can get their hands on this material by panning in the river. So there's not very much of it left. However, the modern world thinks that there's a hidden depository of this stuff hidden under the western village. So they have been conversing through the son and the daughter for diplomatic exploration underneath the town. There are various cave systems that run underneath the town. However, it can be quite dangerous for darkness enemies. Those bugs that they're turning into were already there. However, they were not corrupted. There is a natural version of those bugs hiding deep within. And those bugs are more dangerous. They have for years eaten the lost adventurers that have. When the darkness enemies first attack, during a diplomatic meeting, and the son and the daughter are thought to have fled deep within those caverns, rather facing the bugs than the. It will be your job to avoid the bugs at all possible, corrupted or not, and retrieve whether it be the remains or the living son and daughter.
Rescue mission, boys.
I was about to say
About to get
a
all
rescue mission.
on this bitch.
Go.
It's
And
a
that-
rescue mission.
And that is where our session will end.
I like how our session ends with our mission being detailed to us that we are going to commit extraction shooter.
You are not going to commit Tarkov.
Oh,
God damn
Glenn
it.
Tarkov.
All right, I'm gonna do
Hero
the
to
outro.
hero.
It's
To
like
the-
at least on Xbox 360.
The outro for this. So, thank you all for watching this episode of the Dungeons We Explore podcast. This has been, of course, your DM here, Comic. And
Me.
kind of me. I wasn't really paying attention.
and
Kaiji.
this is supposed to be the portion where you all like say something, like
Three.
goodbye
Oh.
or something, or
Bye. I
we're
got
go-
on.
I was trying to hand this off to you in the camera, but none of you picked it up except for Adam and Andre.
It's
who
your
wasn't even-
outro. You do your thing.
Yes, but this was the point where you guys were supposed to jump in and be part of the outro.
Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Everyone,
Right.
watch the screen.
This has been the
Alright.
Dungeons We Explore podcast with your host, me, Comic, and
Me.
Everyone else, bye.
Me, Kaiji. Bye.
I get. Oh. Goodbye.
I changed my name since last
Stop,
time.
Logan.